Hi, I'm Ondřej from Charles Games, and it's my honor to welcome you here at stream where I'm gonna play Beecarbonize, our latest game that is about climate change, climate crisis. It's a card game, it's a strategy sim. We sometimes jokingly say it's also a bit of a roguelike light, I guess. And it's a game we had tremendous fun releasing, and I really mean releasing because we never thought it's gonna garner so much attention here on Steam, which is 2,000 plus players, 200,000 plus players, which is so great. And yeah, I'm gonna delve a little bit into what we tried to do here and hopefully save the planet in the process. And I think I'm gonna get even like a little bit more philosophical in terms of game development and I guess like game design. But let's see, just like chill. I think it's yeah, it's a Saturday or fuck no, it's Sunday. Sunday noon here in Prague, and let's see. So anyway, this is our main menu, and as you can see, we have this little funny thing. You can draw clouds. These are mission clouds, so they are not really like positive per se, but it's a fun addition. So anyway, let's get into it. So I'm lame. I'm actually the worst player of Beecarbonize in our office, so I haven't unlocked the hardcore mode. So let's see if I can do it. Right, so this is Beecarbonize, this is the board, and yeah, it's this kind of game where you can at any time like start and pause it, and you have two different speeds here on the bottom, bottom right. And what you're doing in the game is you're taking over the world, even though we use, I think we use the marketing word steer because you're not any kind of a dictator or ruler. You're just being, we can assume, dutifully elected representative of like a world government, and you are steering these four different areas of our society and industry, energy generation. So we have industry, which basically is energy generation, as you can see here. We have ecosystems, which are ecosystems protection. We have people, which are not people as a resource, even though some people have pointed it out that we are actually making like people into resources, but this is more of an abstract kind of allegory of the social reforms and like civic, I guess, energy going around. And we have science, which is kind of a like more cutting edge tech development stuff. And you have to balance all those four in order to win. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. Just a little bit of a, sorry, this is after all stream, so I have my needs. And anyway, okay, so unpause, and what is important is that every step on the way we were going to be getting emissions. So if this emission bar with tipping points here, and here, and those are modeled after the IPCC, which is the Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Crisis report. And what is important is that we didn't make this game by ourselves, but we made this game with our great partners at People in Need, Czech NGO. Let's start with Solars, and they helped us with the climate expertise. So everything in the game is actually backed up by the real climate science. So there are multiple ways you can start and kick off, and the aim of, I didn't say it, but the aim of the game is to curb carbon emissions and avert the climate catastrophe that is imminent. So anyway, here we are generating quite a lot of emissions, but we are slowly starting to go into renewables. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with wind, just because wind's fun. We can do with nature conservation. What I'm trying to do here is kind of a balanced start. And that's interesting about Beecarbonize, as was interesting from the start. I'm gonna pause here for a bit. Is that we wanted to make a game that's gonna be appealing to a lot of players just by virtue of being a nice challenge and a nice game design-wise. So we opted out our previous games, which you can also find on sale actually during this Czech and Slovak Games Week. Atenta 1942 and Svoboda 1945 are more of a adventure, visual novel-y games, much more like slower pace, narrative games. But with Beecarbonize, we tried to do something different, which was that we said, okay, we're gonna make a game that is mechanically rich, that has a kind of wide appeal, which enables us to make a game that's not only about a climate crisis, though it's about it through and through, but that it's also a nice roguelike, I guess, like strategy experience. So people who necessarily would not want to play a game that's about climate per se would play it because they like the gameplay. And that's actually the thing, that we have a great community on Steam. Shout out to everybody who's watching from those communities, because they've been reverse engineering the game, mapping the game systems by themselves, even like creating their own cars, and it's just huge. And it's so amazing to see people taking up the kind of a bare bones, not bare bones, but kind of a the system we created and building upon it. And it shows that this approach for what we call serious games is kind of maybe working, because now we have a game that has been played by a lot of players, also due to the fact that it's like inspired, and we wear our inspirations on our sleeves by games like Stacklands or Cultist Simulator, right? Financial Crisis. Now I have to play a little bit more, but okay, now I'm gonna... No, this is bad. See, this is like, I haven't solved Financial Crisis. This is actually... Yeah, this we can zoom in. This is the space where you encounter all the different crises, sometimes opportunities, mostly crises. So now I see that I can't solve Financial Crisis in time, so it will eat up one resource, and now I won't have enough resource to solve destructive hurricanes, which is quite sad. Anyway, let's see if I can maybe do it in time, because even when I don't, I'm gonna lose even more of those precious resources. So anyway. And there's quite a few like interplays between those resources, so people are generated, but they're also eating up this something that could be like, I don't know, industry or power generation tokens. We hesitate to call it money because it's not, it's very much not money as in money, because this is not an economic simulation per se. The industry here is more about generating power, and we're still very well in like industry of 20th century, which is not good, because this is actually a card that's like slowly but surely killing us, which is kind of a point of the game, because that's what is actually taking place in our real world, right? So I don't know, there's always like, I'm trying to go for nuclear here, because nuclear is one of the better ways to kind of tackle this problem with generating enough energy to power all your other parts of society. Okay, what? Windless dark winter. Oh yeah, we don't have 3. Okay, tipping point. No, the world has warmed by 1.5 degrees Celsius. More than 70% of coral reefs are dead. Acidified seawater means harsh decline in biodiversity of marine life. The western Antarctic glacier and permafrost bedding begin to melt and release methane emissions. It doesn't sound too well, right? So here we are. What should I... Okay, I'm losing probably already. But let's see if the nuclear can like tip it back. Because the thing here is actually that the energy transition in the industry sector is kind of hard. So you have to really prepare for that. Since... Okay, no, just in time. Ooh, just in time, and I have geothermal wells, right? So sometimes you solve something and you get something else. Nuclear is one of the ways that can help us tackle it. I'm probably dead now because... Dead corals. Okay, that's... Okay, I'm dead now. I haven't solved the problem with the seas because I was too eager to hurry to go into nuclear. So now, dead corals, multiple crises, and I think I can just wait this one out. This was a very fast kind of a death, I guess. Or like fast defeat, which is on purpose again, because we wanted you to like be able to play multiple rounds and maybe experiment and try different strategies, right? But no, hey, something else is happening. Maybe we can try to salvage it, because actually dead corals, I haven't noticed, is a recurring problem. So it eats these resources each round, and then if I don't pay, it will kill me. So I might still be able to kind of make this work, because I have nuclear right now, so that's not bad. And with nuclear, the funny thing is that now I can, and that's something you can do in the game, you can drag the card out and it will gradually be destroyed. So now I can get rid of the industry of 20th century, and let's see if there's something interesting happening here. Okay, what is this? Wave of protectionism. I can solve this. Nice. What's greenwashing? I don't think we can sell greenwashing that easily, but let's try. So and all of these stuff that is just upon me is being generated according to the playstyle I'm doing, right? So we are not only we are trying to kind of model the situation where there's actually the system reacts to your playstyle. So now we are kind of cleared the board. We still have this fucking thing that's eating up. I'm sorry for the swearing, it's very intense. And I have to like be mindful so I'll be able to pay each round, otherwise I'm very done for. Anyway, here we are. And gradually you have to like, you can see the sector is full. This eats up what one, so I can afford this. Now I can go this way. Well, the important thing is that when I said I'm going for nuclear, that's only one way so you can kind of win. Each sector represents a few different ways you can actually win in the game. I like my hydro energy. You can win. There's actually 6 of them, and we don't tell you what to do. The game only says if we be looking at what is the argument that games makes about the possible, I don't know, solutions or ways to tackle climate crisis. The thing is, it doesn't say which one is right, but it kind of says that some of them are not ideal, the solutions we offer, but it kind of allows you to explore at your own pace, by your own different aspects of those solutions. The only argument that we're making, which is inherent, and you maybe have guessed it already, is that you have to decarbonize fast and you have to decarbonize now, which is actually, again, not something we are kind of making up. It is something that Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change is making up. Like, not making up, but like it's something that they say. So again, something we are not like hallucinating about, we are drawing from existing climate research here. So now we have pretty nice kind of science heavy industry. You can always like look, we have emissions per round at 7, that's quite nice. Nuclear energy has saved us a lot. I might invest in safer nuclear energy. I'm not sure, because safer nuclear energy also means that our energy grid will be less prone to problems. We didn't want to just put nuclear energy out there and be like, oh, this is great because it generates so much energy for so little emissions, which is of course a bit reductive, because there's much more problems with nuclear energy than the game gives away, because it's a game after all, right? But we wanted to offset that a little bit by the chance that you can get a nuclear meltdown or nuclear problem happening. So anyway, we have 3-3. This is good. We're just in time, so I can go and let's see. So I assure you, this was a complete accident. I wasn't planning on doing this, but we have very industry and science heavy, and now you can see we have this little card here, basic fusion, which shows you the direction in which you could go to unlock the winning card, the golden card, and there's 6 of golden cards. And let's see if we can get some of them during the time we have allotted for this stream. So anyway, I think we can go with the fusion route. I need to save up a little bit more. We can go with the fusion route since it's just happened. And let's see what ending we can get, even though this is far from 1, mind you. I think I managed to do it pretty well at this point, which is really, I assure you, by accident. Now this will come in handy. This came in handy. And I think we can just like glide our way. I still have to fix my energy production a bit. Local hunger revolution, right? So we're not just focusing on the environmental side of things, but we're also focusing on, I guess I can't do this. We're focusing on the social effects as well. So yeah, that color. New card found, yeah. And also like we have this like a little bit of a gamified things in the game where you would gradually unlock cards, and you have this encyclopedia, which is a nice resource, I guess, because it shows you kind of a... Now, let me put it another way. Like in those science sector, mostly, but also in industry, as you can see with fusion, we have more like, I guess, futuristic, speculative technologies going on. Like I'm just developing a direct air capture, direct carbon emission capture, which is kind of it is promising technology, but it's not like God save everything kind of solution. And we also gonna have like genetic babies and like massive automation stuff that's just not like there yet. We have like humankind engineering, right? Like you can see massive automation. Massive automation is good actually, but this might sound a little bit speculative and futuristic, but if you go into the encyclopedia, which is not only like about tracking your progress and discovering cards, see, I have much more to discover, but it also like shows you, like for example, if I go to massive automation, there I have this entry in the encyclopedia where it shows me, like much more down to earth, kind of a little bit more strict, I guess, explanation of the term we're using. So at any point you can just hit hit I here, and you will get to encyclopedia and read maybe a little bit more if you feel like it. Just let me. Nice. And let me check one thing. Yeah, we're doing good. So yeah, we're now in the midst of pretty well played, mind you, normal problem, normal difficulty of the game, but we're doing pretty well. So yeah. Okay. So now what I can do, I guess, is finally solve those pesky corals. I still have, like, I need a little bit more of energy generation, which is gonna help the automation with, yeah, nice. But we're still like 15 emissions per round, which is not good. And like, okay, this is the worst card, like legit worst card ever. But so hopefully I can probably create some, artificial coffee or something. We also have these cards, like Science Incubator. There's also like a few of them more around, which generate random cards to kind of add a little bit of excitement, of randomness into it. What I haven't told you is that this might be looking good, but if you look at this, which is round counter, and it serves also as kind of a high score, right? So I know that there are people out there, shout out to you on our Discord and everywhere, which are able to beat the game like around 30 round mark, which is like, that's remarkable. And we actually had our very own high score kind of a leaderboard back in our studio. So yeah, I just need to take this little picture. Yes, nice. And we can continue playing. And I will try some different strategy, but I have to get into the fusion soon. So I need what? I need 3 and 5. Okay, this is what? Dark winter. Nice. So we have energy. Yeah. Geothermal wells. Right. So nice. So some of these cars are like directly okay. Oh, well, this is not good. Space research. Moon commuting. Like, if you've been following the news and like some discussions around climate change, you know where the wind is blowing from. So moon commuting. This is one of the pathways. This goes in the direction of colonizing outer space, and actually it's kind of a privatized solution to climate crisis, which like people like Elon Musk and others are talking about. And even though you can do it in a game, and actually I might try in the next playthrough, even though I might go with ecosystem maybe, it's not divisible, and like we tell you very, very openly that this is not ideal. Okay, this is still rising. We have 15 emissions per round, which is not good, so we might go with regenerative agriculture. And I actually really like the ecosystem part of the game, where you have all these great like actual concepts from agriculture and stuff, like regenerative agriculture, permaculture, reflective sheets, one of those little bit more esoteric tech, I guess. I'm not sure if we can make it in time. Oh, fuck no, we did not. Anyway. So we're pretty good. I still can't go with Fusion because I'm missing those resources. But we can kind of, maybe generate a little bit more here and there. Polier's pay, for sure. And as you can see, like sometimes the cards from other sectors will like add cards to different sectors, which of course is to show that there's an interconnectedness on the level of the very infrastructure our world runs on, right? So yeah, we have different, now this is a good playthrough for me as a tool to explain to you the game, because now like we have a different potential winning card, decentralized economy, we can go degrowth, we can go donut economy, all concepts that are thrown around. We don't force you to adhere to them. We kind of just like throw them here, and you can use them or not, but you know they exist, which is kind of the goal of the game in like a broader picture, apart from being a fun game to play. We hope is that we develop the game actually to serve as an awareness raising tool. Nice. Awareness raising tool with people in need, with the NGO, and one of the reasons we developed a game that is so easy to pick up and that is available not only on Steam but also on iOS, Android, itch.io, everywhere else, is that we don't think, or we don't aim to kind of teach you, if we kind of assume that the game is here to teach anything, right? But like if we assume that, we don't aim to teach you anything particular, we kind of want to give you vocabulary, so you yourself can talk about climate crisis and climate change, and the terms that are floating around, the issues that are floating around, and then you can kind of decide for your own. And maybe then you read a piece of news, maybe you read a piece of some podcasts, or you like play a different game. Shout out to our other friends in the gaming sector who are dealing with climate crisis, like Paolo Pedercini and Bullet Industria. He has a really great game, Green Deal Simulator. I urge you to play Green Deal Simulator. It's actually kind of similar to Beecarbonize, which is great. Or like Extinction, Endling Extinction, which is a game that won Apple Design Award in the same category we were nominated in with them. So that's another great game you can play if you want to play more about climate crisis kind of games. And it's just like amazing to see a lot of people taking up this topic. Ben Abraham, a researcher. So there's a really vibrant community of people dealing with climate crisis and games. So yeah, this is not good. This is really bad. This is not the best. Geoengineering generally doesn't look like the best idea, but you can try it in our game. And as you can see, since I have created degrowth card, now I have the Eco Symbiosis Victory open, and I, despite the fact that I was aiming for basic fusion, it only tells you how bad in the game actually. I can, nice. What do we have here? It's like protected landscapes, nice. Biodiversity credits, 30 by 30, all like valid strategies that are thrown around. And now I can just throw everything in there, and now just kick back, relax, and wait until the game is won. And now it's here. We won, which, by the way, I have not anticipated at all. I mean, I didn't. I'm so bad at the game actually. I helped with it a little bit, but I'm also doing mostly marketing and some other kind of project, game design and Charles games. So I haven't been directly involved in designing the cards themselves, which is maybe why I'm so bad at the game. But I have never expected to win it. By the way, I'm sorry. There is a little bit of cropping going on. in the stream. I might try. Let's go for this meta. I might try to fix it a bit. I'm sorry, it's my issue anyway, but you get the idea. Aspect ratios, am I right? So okay, I'll probably leave it like this, and let's get back into it. Sorry, I just realized now. Anyway, so this is 90 rounds. That's not good, but it unlocked an achievement, and it also shows you the win string, max string, and if I go in the achievements here, you actually have a lot of achievements. You can achieve, I guess, in the game, like win everything 6 ways, like find all cards in the encyclopedia, win despite reaching the 7th tipping point, and stuff like that. And also here's some hidden ones. And this is important not only because it adds to the replayability and it's like fun to have achievements across the board, but it also like kind of uses this gaminess of games, this inherent drive we have to complete them, to like reach all the achievements and like fulfill the bars with the progression systems and stuff. It uses those to kind of force you, or like nudge you, not really force you, but nobody's forcing anyone, but like to nudge you in exploring different win cons and maybe then encountering different cards and trying different kind of situations in the game, right? So now I won once, so I can go with hardcore. Let's go with hardcore. In the remainder of this stream, I want to try hardcore. So here we are, and the hardcore mode, despite like not only has because the game not only has this like a different pattern background, but it also like the emission is climbing much faster. Some of the issues you will encounter are much more dire. The statistics and probabilities a little bit more are kind of toyed with to create a much more demanding kind of gameplay. And right now we see this is not great, and there's a flame going around here. And I think we can go here because some cards also remove emissions. And I'm gonna slow down and talk about one last thing, which I always like to pinpoint. There's a term in video game theory, because I'm also kind of an academic and a teacher and whatever. But there's a topic in video games theory which is called procedural rhetorics, and it's been coined by this great theorist and great writer Ian Bogost, Georgia Tech professor, also a game designer, also a game writer for The Atlantic. And he talks about procedural rhetorics as this unique way games can talk about the world, right? So we have like normal rhetorics, which is what I'm doing right now, speaking. We have like visual rhetorics, taking pictures, painting pictures, illustration stuff. But we also have procedural rhetorics. That's what Bogo says. That we have systems and models of real-world systems in games, and those systems can say something meaningful about the world. And I like to think, and he haven't played it, I don't know. Like maybe he played it but didn't tell us. But I tend to think that Beecarbonize is a very nice illustration of this procedural rhetoric approach to game design, where you not just like do okay, this is a 1,000-year flood, but it's a cute cat, so it must be worth something, I guess. But it's like, you know, you can make a game about climate crisis, right? And you can make a game that's narrative about climate crisis. I'm not saying one is better than the other necessarily. Or you can make a game like Beecarbonize. Okay, I'm gonna die for people starving. Like Beecarbonize, which is a game that's actually trying to model the way climate crisis is working hands-on, right? So you're not just doing kind of a narrative lifting of the topic, which is important, but you're also creating a system that is kind of an abstract simulation of the real thing in order to kind of comment or like draw attention to the real thing, right? So, and that's important actually, because we're not I mean, with Beecarbonize, we really are not saying that we are modeling the system in its entirety, or even that it's like necessarily unproblematic, because there are like, as with any attempt to take a real world, complex, very complicated, interconnected phenomenon and to like, yeah, slice it into a game, you'll always omit something, obviously. So we're not saying this is perfect, and there is actually, it's part of the thing that there's a lot of interesting discussions in what we don't do, what we do right. So this is like kind of fun to just like think through it all. But like this kind of a systemic approach to this kind of an issue that is climate crisis, I think games are uniquely poised to kind of tackle it. I'm not saying we're the best in that. Like, again, go play Paolo Pedercini, he's great. But that games have this unique systemic simulation strategy kind of a nature inherently, because they are systems of rules. If you look at it, every game is a system of rules, so therefore they are able to model the world in interesting ways. And that, I guess, is what we're trying to do with Beecarbonize, more or less. Yeah, so anyway, here we are in the hardcore mode, and I'm doing better than I've expected. But the thing is that emissions 37 are still kind of gradually rising, and the problem is that I could get rid of the industry of 20th century, but if I do, I might lose, because of people will be hungry, because I have to generate power in order to feed them, right? So let's try. Again, I'm here. I set up the nuclear power plant again, because it's one of the better ways to kind of, yeah, it's one of the legit strategies, not the only one, to kind of survive through those few first rounds. But we're tipping point, food conflicts. Okay, 3 more. That is not good. I might not be able to do it in time, because like it took me too long to to end the industry of 20th century, I suppose. But perhaps not. Let's see. Anyway, okay, this is nice. So I might get geothermal wells. Okay, this will what? I have to pay 2, and if I don't pay, I will get another problem. Okay, nice. This is not okay. I can do this. Yeah, this is not great. This is not great. Science incubator that increases science sector a lot, because in every sector there's a card that increases the production kind of a lot. So it's good to keep your eye on those. Right. So yeah, again, climate change denialism, not good. Okay, because yeah, it's generated by the food conflicts card apparently, because it's eating up the people sector. It's eating it up, and now, like, as you can see, if I don't pay, it's gonna eat some of my other cards. So I should be okay. This is bad, because like you see, I'm trying to. I'm doing stuff, but the thing is, the emission bar is still rising. So I have what, like 0. Okay, we are net 0 here, which is good. We're on our way there. Local hunger revolution. I can do that. We're on our way there. So I will try to a little bit like go a little bit of a speed run. Let's see what we're able to do. Okay, now what is that? Like energy efficient cities. Now we wish all we had those. That's okay. Yeah. This is actually, it never happened to me that I'd be able to, yeah, to fill the people sector without building the first card, which is funny. Anyway, but like the thing is, if I build too many people or cards in the people sector generating cards, then I will be short on power. So yeah, this is not ideal as well. Like riots. This is bad, because I'm not be able. Okay, I might die. I'm not be able to pay this. This is 6, but it's like maybe I don't know, like 6. No way. And I'll have to pay what, like 3 and 2. Like that's bad. Like that's not possible, I think. Or let's see, maybe deep sea fishing. Okay, no. Okay, I mean, how we're doing? 2 and 2. I don't think I can afford that. Okay, no, 6. We can go this. Nice. Agroforestry sucked up a bit of emotions. Nice. Okay, after expired, so I have like 146 rounds until biodiversity is broken down. I have negative emissions, which is fun, but yeah, this is not doing good. This is not well. Yeah, E4, 3. Okay, this is nice. Okay, I can do this. Yeah, this is bad. I have too many people, too little industry, and I'm in this like not really nice feedback loop, and I can't solve these crises because I have to take care of this one, which okay, this is gonna be a close call. It's 10 seconds. Fuck no. Yeah, yes, that was a close call. Oof, it's there. Okay, this will probably what? Okay, no. I can switch cards a little bit. Well, huh. Okay, so this is not doing well. I'm not sure what's gonna happen anyway. Okay, let's go. Nice. There we go. Okay. Yeah. What's happening? Something is happening. I'm not sure why. Let's go. No, it's eating up. It's eating up too much stuff. I can't. It's eating it too fast. Ah. Well. Well. Okay, I can maybe try this one. And by the way, if I haven't told you, we really like big shout out to the great guys and gals and all the great people who created Cultist Simulator and who created Stacklands, which are games that we have been deeply inspired by. Creators of the Cultist Simulator have a new game. It's called Book of Hours, I think. It looks great, so I urge you to check it out if you're into this kind of games. They're also like, they're a little bit more storytellingly than us, and obviously it's a totally different topic. But I think what I was telling about the procedural rhetorics, it is kind of there. It's an interesting thing that's going on. And this is bad because I've overshot my people sector. I don't have enough energy generation, and I'm worried that this will end up very not good. This will not end up in a good place. I don't think. Let's see. And I don't know why. It's maybe just like implicit in a way I'm playing, but I'm slowly getting into this again, the same ending as I had previously, which I haven't planned on. Wave Hydropathic is a great name. Which I didn't plan on, but it's, I mean, I'm gonna win with it. I'm gonna win because how otherwise should I win, right? I mean, I can do this maybe, but I'm not like sure if we're able to. Yeah, let's see what comes first. Fuck no, like, okay, this is okay. This is a little bit more advanced, and I'm like, I assure you, the game is quite fast. It's quite fast to take up and to experiment yourself. I mean, though it looks a bit like a mess, it's not that bad, I'm sure. Okay, let's go. No, fuck, yeah, no. My finger is a little bit numb now. Okay, let's go. Fringe research. Now we're actually like -1, and we are like eating up emissions, which is great. But it's not enough. It's not enough. And yeah, I don't know. Like, tell me what you think. Tell us what you think. Play the game. Leave a comment. Leave a review. And yeah, like we read them all. I'm very eager to hear what our players think and what they think. Also what they think we. Yeah. Rogue AI. This is bad. We have rogue AI, and like there's no way I can generate like 10 other resources, right? So we're probably gonna lose those 2 cards since rogue AI is gonna like eat them all. But like, tell us what you think, and tell us also what you think we omitted and what we could have done better, on like what would you like to see in the game, because there's just so many aspects of the climate change that one game can't do it all, really. Even though like I would hope But yeah, okay, this is bad. It's gonna eat up so much. Yeah, it's gonna eat up so much, and I don't think I'll be able to. Will I even be able to win? Like, there's another win con here waiting for me, but I have really bad science sector right now. It's not generating anything because it's been eating up. It's been eaten up by the rogue AI. So I'm not sure. This is like, okay, this is. I don't care about this. I might care about this. I don't care about this. I don't care. I mean, this is bad. I should solve this. So anyway, yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, we might be able to win with the other win con quite easily. Like, I have to pay. Okay, I don't care. Like, I have 10. I have 20. You know. And woof, that was close. Because it started like to pile up, and one rogue AI could like just wipe my board out. But now I can just again sit back, relax, and wait. If something else it's not gonna kill me soon, I should be able to win with Global Oasis, which is great, right? Like, people, animals, all friends. So yeah, play Beecarbonize. Thank you, people in need who created a game with us. It's on iOS, it's on itch.io, it's on Android. Here on Steam, leave a comment, play it, it's free, 100% free, no ads, no microtransactions. Leave a comment, leave a review, tell us what you think, and yeah, hopefully you will be able to win. And this is like really like the third time I think in my life, or second, I won a hardcore mode, and I did it on Steam stream while not really thinking about it, which that's very remarkable for me, really. So yeah, anyway, that was Beecarbonize. I'm Ondřej from Charles Games. Thank you so much for your attention, and yeah, see you next time. Or like, talk to you anytime, and yeah, play Beecarbonize. Thanks so much.